this is a type of occupation that I like, and I don't know anything else. I've been in the oil field ever since I got out of high school, and this is the type of work that I like.
Even on days like this where you had an inch of snow yesterday and it's about, 25 degrees when you come out here this morning with ice all over the rig?
Well, that's just one of those things. In this part of the country, you got to expect it.
There has come to be general agreement that the United States is going to be facing an energy crisis sometime soon. There's not agreement on just what the answer to that energy crisis is. It probably is going to mean higher prices for us that have to buy the fuels. It may even mean higher taxes, too, in the long run. But Lone Star Gas is betting about $5 million on Big Bertha here that at least part of the answer to that energy crisis is drilling about 6 miles down into the middle of the earth, looking for those sources of fuel. This is Roger McDonald, Channel 8 News on the Move in western Oklahoma.
Well, it'll definitely have an effect for a little while as far as the availability of heroin on the street. I don't think it'll dry it up by any means, but for a few days at least, it'll have an effect on what's available to the addicts.
Well, why will this apparently have such a little effect then?
Well, because this is only one supplier. There are several other suppliers out there who are capable of doing the same thing and who are doing the same thing. And in my opinion, anytime you have a demand for something, somebody's going to supply it. So we haven't dried up Dallas by any means.
Well, I think we'll just have to try to get the people in as we did in the past. I don't see any direct relationship between the All-Volunteer Army and ROTC, except still trying to attract good people to go into the program.
That doesn't sound very much. It might not sound right. What would you say to that?
Well, I don't know what constitutes an epidemic, but it's been estimated in Dallas that we have anywhere from 2,000 to 5,000 addicts, so that kind of gives you an idea of our problem.
Keep on talking.
Oh, okay.
This is not even recording. How long have you been with the department? Just anything we're talking about?
I've been in the department about 17.
said, give me that bag.
You go behind the counter and get it, or you handed it to him?
I handed him the bag. Then he went behind the counter.
The demand is great in Dallas, and as most other cities our size. How great, we're not real sure, but we know that it is a great demand for heroin. We know that there are a large number of addicts out there who have to have it.
TCU's been extremely tough for SMU through the years, and one of the first things Coach Matty Bell told me when I came to SMU in 1962 that SMU had defeated TCU, had not defeated TCU in Fort Worth since 1945, even with Kyle Rote and Doak Walker and Don Meredith and other great players. They did have a tie one year, I believe 19-19, but we did defeat them in 66. It took a championship team to do it. We defeated them in 68. It took a Bluebonnet Bowl victory team to do that, and the last time we played them over there, they fired their coach on Wednesday, and the Frogs were pretty emotional because they liked Coach Fred Taylor, and we lost the ball game. So it seems like something always happens in Fort Worth.
The basic thing is you got to have the equipment that will handle the type of casings and drill pipe. All your drilling equipment has to be larger, and of course our rig is one of its same kind. There's not any similar to it. This is the largest land rig in the world, and that's what you got to have to drill these deep holes.
James Freeman of Dallas wants to know when the city is going to do something about smog produced by jets at Love Field. Mr. Freeman says the jets burn some kind of kerosene-based fuel which causes a brown haze over Love Field on certain days.
The Federal Clean Air Act charges the Environmental Protection Agency with responsibility of controlling airplane engine emissions. The agency has set up new regulations for engine emissions, and airplane companies must be in compliance with phases of these regulations by 1973, 75, and 76. The city of Dallas has incorporated these federal regulations into its own local clean air ordinance and is now working on a plan for enforcing this ordinance. The Dallas Air Pollution Control Agency says some airlines have already developed special equipment for their jet engines, thereby correcting part of the pollution problem. If you have any problems or questions, please call me at Contact 8, Communications Center, Dallas. That's Contact 8. I'm Cecile Burandt.
Oh, watch out. Hold on, Fatty. Hold on. Don't swing it now. Hold on.